Hey guys, so I was sent this product, I must confess, quite a while ago by the nice people at 1byone to have a look at. So I thought I'd push the review and do maybe it's a bit of a teardown as well, have a look inside. And I've also got some plans for modifying it a bit. So this is the 1byone 8.6 inch Bluetooth Halloween and Christmas type sparkly ball thing. So I'll place a link up here for this. Come all nicely packaged, pretty prompt. It was from Amazon, so like I say, that link will be up there. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try and get everything in frame. I might have to take the camera off its mount and such like, so apologies for any bouncing on the camera, it's just as I'm moving things around. So what you get is, I'm here in the UK, so there's a proper UK plug. This is 12 volts and 1.5 amps. So I actually have plans to maybe power this off alternatively off the 12 volt in the playhouse, but officially for the warranty and everything, this is what you want to use. Usual warranty information and a instruction manual. In the official term is a super LED dome light. Now they do a few different types. This particular one is Bluetooth, as I mentioned, so it's got a speaker built inside in various different modes. So it arrived very well packed, like I say. I'll try and get this out of the box. Get the box out of the way. So I see it, I think it's officially, it says 8.6 inch. Reasonable size. For anyone on speakers, I do apologise, because when you plug it in you get a very loud audible not warning, but information message to say Bluetooth enabled. So but just to show you the front of the device, just Bluetooth label, infrared receiver and a status LED, and on the back it says mic, but I don't actually believe there's anything hooked up there. It must be for an external microphone, and there's just the 12 volt DC jack, and that is centre positive. I also left in the box, apologies there. You get a very simple remote. Now even without the remote you do get a certain amount of functionality. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of buttons on there anyway, but it's 1 to 6 in SAN, volume up and down, next track, mute and such like, and power, more of a soft power though I would say. So without further ado, and I do apologise, don't know how this is going to come across on the camera, might send things a bit doolally, so let's see. And I'll maybe actually turn the plug on at the wall. So like I say, if you're on headphones, prepare for loud noise. Sorry.
System ready for Bluetooth connection. Ready for device connection.
Okay. And the sad thing is there's no way to actually control that volume when it starts up, which is a shame, but it's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is maybe just try and, I'll use the
System ready for Bluetooth connection. Ready for device connection.
Okay, now it's just basically doing that because I'm hitting that multiple times, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights off. So you've got that, which in actuality is extremely hard to make out. What might be better is if I can take the camera around. And this is basically the view on the ceiling. I'll just lock this off here. So yeah, then you can do various different patterns you can cycle. There's one pattern. It's very trippy looking on this camera. Green. That's number 3, blue. Number 4 is a combination of kind of white, blue and red. Number 5 is a combination of green, red and orange. Number 6 is kind of a mishmash of all of them. Now if you hit S on the remote, it turns off. Turns all the lights off. And we're plunging in darkness. Okay. There, it's back on now. Okay. S does a strange stroby type. A slow strobe at least anyway. A does a funky pattern. Different combinations cycling through. And that's N again, which seems to knock everything off. Now you will notice that there's a fan in the background, that's inside the light. Surprised it needs that so much since it's LED lights and it's only 18 watts, and it is quite a loud fan, which is a bit of a shame, but I guess the idea is that you'd have music playing, you know, in a room full of trippy kids, wouldn't mind it so much. So if I put that on there, what you can do is it advertises itself as Bluetooth as well. So if I go in here and go to music, basically just an iPhone, check it's paired up.
System ready for Bluetooth connection. Ready for device connection. Bluetooth connected.
Okay, so as you heard there, Bluetooth connected. It advertises itself as QL-196L. So now my phone's connected. What I'll do is I will play a nice piece of royalty-free music, which I will show who did it below. I've got to say the quality of the audio isn't actually too bad. I've used the speaker for a while now, so I can quite happily say that it is, it is a good speaker. So I'll flip the camera around and then we'll have a look inside. Oh. Okay, camera's the right way up now. I'll move the remote out of the way. Power's unplugged. So as I mentioned, it's just all plastic. Okay guys, so just to take a look at it, just kind of a plastic dome here with these hexagonal shapes on, just to refract the light and send it everywhere. Plastic outer shell, metal base, which is nice, quite solid, and so yeah, see the fan under there, so let's get this thing open. So the fan's attached to the metal base there. I'll maybe zoom this in a bit more now. Just attached with a mini GST connector. Excuse the noise. Yeah, it's a 12 volt fan, 0.13 amps, brushless. It might be that you could actually change that for something else, and I'm surprised that it actually generates that much heat now. Looking at where it goes, yeah, maybe there is a bit heat generated, but it'd be interesting to see. Everything's totally cool to the touch. I wonder if it's a standard design and they've basically just popped the fan in, thinking that well, saves money, guarantees it's not going to overheat. So just have a look at the internals to start with here. You've got a discrete Bluetooth module here, which is one I've not actually seen before. Yeah, it's been obscured unfortunately in the chip, so I can't read out what's there. It's definitely a generic design because there's another two GST connectors that aren't populated. So yeah, so let's pop this control off camera. There you can see it's a small speaker there. Yeah, not hugely powerful, but it's enough to fill a room, and when it's kids' music, tweenies, whatever it's playing, you know, it's enough to keep them entertained. Certainly loud enough for that. The only thing is, like I say, you have to turn the volume up to kind of overcome the fan noise. Just try and be careful not to strain these cables. Try to get under the connector. Okay. So I'll hold these cables out of the way and keep that screw with the other guys. Okay. bit small for that one, so he's too big. Let's find something in between. Okay, that'll do. Okay. So it looks like there is actually something connected to the microphone, which is unusual. It doesn't look. I thought it was an external mic, but it's not. It's a mic built in. I'm not actually sure what it uses for. I can't see any feature of it. It must be part of the Bluetooth, but I'm certainly not going to do any hands-free calling with this. I can say that much. So these, so yeah. So there's the tricolor LED there, just for status. These the infrared module for receiving, 24 megahertz receiver there, and what looks to be a MOSFET there at the end, with a nice little heat sink. I guess that's the heat that's going to be generated that it's needing to pump out. So yeah, so it's actually, yeah, not too much on it. So the main chips are STC 10F08XE. With another chip that I can't make out there, but yeah, not much to it, which is good, nice and simple. Keeps it the Bluetooth, so nothing else, nothing too fancy, which is good, nothing too much to go wrong then. Let's take a look at the mechanism inside. Okay, screws are off. I'm leaving this one attached here, just I don't want to move too much, there's a lot of identical cables. Okay, so there's a grid of LEDs here, so we've got 6 in total. And these look like 3 watt, and I'm guessing 3 watt because it's 18 watt output in total, so it's 3 6s, 18. Yes, I can't count. So yeah, so that looks fairly simply attached now. Underneath it's attached to a motor, so okay. Okay, keep that washer separate. So what we've got basically is there's a that screw in the corner. I didn't remove that because I could see that it was there, and that's basically there as a stop, so it knows when it's rotated that way, and that's just part of the simple control mechanism. No gearing, no nothing, just hooked up straight to the motor there, as you can see. The bar out here that detects the stop. So yeah, so it's pretty simple, but you know it's nicely made. You know, there's a cable shroud around here, stop things getting tangled up. So yeah, one side of PCB, the aluminium backing, which will help dissipate the heat as well. And I guess that's where the fan comes into play as well, dissipating the heat from these, and 3 watts each. Yeah. They are strobing on and off, so the heat output won't be too bad, so it depends the pattern you use. You know, if what's not like it's using, say, the reds all the time, and that would be generating more heat, but yeah. Okay. So anyway, I'll stop trying to put that back together. So yeah, pretty good machine. Would be hard to try and you could replicate it yourself apart, but it's these bespoke components that you have for refracting the light in the form of the from the dome that would make things more difficult to try and replicate. But you could kind of come up with something. But you know, excuse the noise. It is nice just to have something pre-done. You know, it was a pretty reasonable price that they're selling it for. So yeah, enjoy. Cheers guys, hope this was useful, and yeah, check out my other videos, subscribe, enjoy.